Rugby's my sport just because I love contact, honestly. Contact is probably my favorite part of it. Also, just to some extent, doing something that you once thought that you couldn't do. With rugby, you're constantly testing your limits. And the more you evolve in rugby, the better you get. And then the more you realize that the limitations that you have preset for yourself don't really exist. And you can keep going past that.
I seen that part of her where it's more like introverted and she didn't really feel like she had to talk to people. She didn't want to talk to people really. Now I see her being more like outgoing and like pushing herself past her comfort zone and introducing herself like, hey, I'm Zaniya, I'm one of the captains, just hop into the drill, like we're gonna do this, that, and third. And I think she's been more encouraging as well.
I would say my coaches have helped me become like a better person overall, not just on the rugby field, but also off of it. I feel like they have taught me how to like control myself, control my emotions, but also how to like still use my emotions and use them when I need to. There was a game that we actually played recently and I was going in for a tackle. I missed it, but I did have her ankle, but I had her ankle like really tight, I won't lie. And then eventually she did go down, but then as she went down, as I was starting to roll away, she kind of did get agitated at me and started to like be aggressive towards me. If that happened a year ago, I probably also would have reciprocated that energy and acted in a similar manner, which just would have made the situation get worse. But now I was able to just simply walk away from the situation and like allow it to diffuse itself by just removing myself from the equation instead of me adding onto it.
She would have responded to that other person like would have just been high tension, like very aggressively. But like now I think I've seen her, like there was like somebody yelling at her, she looks at me and she goes, I'm not gonna respond, but Bree, that's crazy. I'm like, it is crazy, but I'm glad that you're holding yourself like together. And like, I think that just makes me happy because when I definitely know that Zaniya from before, like she definitely would have just like not cared. But now she like recognizes that she can control what she controls. She controls her actions, controls what she says, how she responds to people.
When I first started being captain, it definitely was a scarier experience just because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what people would expect of me. And I was scared that I wouldn't be good at it. I was scared that I wouldn't be perfect. But now I realize that no one wants me to be perfect to some extent. I also think that is what makes a leader, have an imperfection, so that way my team can see I'm also human, also being able to admit that. I feel like it also has made me more mature. It has made me be able to handle everyone else's emotions in combination with my own and being able to diffuse more situations or even just be able to give more directions to some extent. So I would say it has made me more mature and able to see everything more clearly. College is really important to me because of my mom. My mom was the first person in my family to go to college and to graduate it. My mom was also the first to get her high school diploma. So my mom has been a trailblazer all my life in my family, and I really want to follow in her footsteps to continue her legacy. I wrote 8 different versions of my college essay, and most of those versions were written at the college readiness times that we had at Play Rugby. So I would say definitely that, and even taking college tours. My first college tour was with Prusa. As for college, I want to double major in sports management and business administration. I want to eventually go into the sports field. Ideally, I would like to become a sports agent, but I would be okay with just working behind the scenes in any sports. My dream sport to work in would be rugby. Also, I know it is a growing field, so I wouldn't mind working in any other sport except golf. My first college tour was with Play Rugby. My first time on a plane was with Play Rugby. My first time in a hotel was also with Play Rugby. So I would say I've had a lot of my first experiences with Play Rugby, which also has just exposed me to a lot more, exposed me to different people, new teams, and new things. Overall, widened my horizon of how I look at life, how I look at rugby and everything. I would say it has taught me to look at things from different perspectives and to try new things. I'm very scared to try new things. I don't like trying new food, anything. But with Prusa, it has taught me that I have to push beyond that in order to keep growing. So I would say those new experiences I've had with Play Rugby have allowed me to be more open to it.
We coach rugby, like rugby is the grab, the hook, right? But it's about, it's like coaching the team versus like coaching the individual, right? And that applies to both on and off the field. And off the field, like Play Rugby just focuses on like the actual individual, understanding who they are and what they want. And if they don't know what they want, like how can we help them get to that point, you know, and view them differently, view them as they are, and then try to grow with them or help them grow. And I think that's really what sets us apart.
Prusa has really invested in me as a whole entire person, both on and off the field, whether it's with school, college, my personal life, and also with my rugby life. I feel like Play Rugby has allowed me to grow in every single component of my life, and they have always been there with me as I've gone through phase throughout my life.
I want her to continue to grow and continue to be strong and proud of who she is. Just taking the lessons that she's learned here and applying that as she continues on past Play Rugby, past high school, you know.
Prusa has always encouraged me to keep going forward and always fight for more for myself and never just be okay with the bare minimum. Both on the field, off the field, they have taught me to keep pushing forward and always try to strive for more and not be okay with the bare minimum.